Chapter 1038. Everyone stood at the entrance of the canyon. Jude looked at the time and said, "It's about time. The hidden realm is in the canyon. Let's go." Everyone headed toward the canyon. Suddenly, a dark figure appeared and blended in with the shadows. The figure silently watched them. Wilbur and the others slowly walked toward the canyon. Cook Mountain was a main part of the Cardin Hills Mountains. It was closely attached to Cardin Hills, so it was a rare sight to behold. As they walked to the center of the canyon, Jude stopped in his tracks. Everyone followed suit. "The hidden realm will open in half an hour. Remember, everyone, no one is allowed to enter except for us. We can't all enter to explore. Someone has to stay to pass down our family legacy," Jude said in a low voice. Everyone nodded silently. Jude sounded righteous, so there was no disagreement to be said. Wilbur did not know what the hidden realm looked like. He could tell that Jude and the others were also unaware of their nervous demeanor. However, he was confident in himself, so he was not worried. Time passed, and everyone from the Cooks grew anxious. It was 12 o'clock. Everyone instantly turned serious. Suddenly, a spiritual ripple started to appear at the center of the canyon. A space rift that was 10 meters high and 5 meters wide slowly appeared before them. Wilbur frowned. It was a huge space rift. It was not the work of an ordinary cultivator. He would not be able to create that either. It seemed like the Cook ancestor was superior to him. He could not afford to be careless. Jude said with excitement, "The hidden realm is opened." His uncles also looked excited. They could become cultivators if they gained the inheritance of their ancestors. Financially, the Cooks were superior to other families. However, they had been living humbly because there were no cultivators in the family. They knew how terrifying powerful cultivators were. They hoped to gain the inheritance more than anything, so they could become cultivators themselves. The space rift had stabilized. It was dark inside the space rift, and they could not see anything. However, the eerie space rift stressed them out. The worst fear was the unknown. No one dared to approach. Jude also looked at Wilbur and Joey. Joey smirked condescendingly and said, "Wilbur, you claim to be a sanctuary-level cultivator. How about you go ahead and lead the way for us, huh?" "Sure. We're getting paid to do this, so of course we'll lead the way." Wilbur walked forward without hesitation and stepped inside the space rift. Wilbur vanished. Everyone was perplexed. They looked at Joey. Joey looked awful. He slowly walked toward the space rift and followed suit. Nothing abnormal occurred after they stepped inside. Jude and his uncles looked at each other. Jude also decided to walk into the space rift, and he too vanished. His uncles waited outside nervously. Suddenly, a beautiful woman with a stunning figure appeared before them. She smiled and said, "Hi. Why are you guys still awake at this hour?" Everyone looked at the woman weirdly. They wondered why a woman was alone in the mountains in the middle of the night. Meanwhile, in the hidden realm,